This is Donald, the Daddy and Donald Show, and you're listening to Do You Speak GEEK? Yo,
What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Nix. I am coming to you once again. This is DYSG episode 17. Yes, we got a great show for y'all this week. Again, I am Nix. This is Do You Speak GEEK? Thank you all for listening in. Thank you all for bearing with me last week. As you may have heard, I was under a bit of the weather, but we worked it out. Got a little bit of vitamin C in me, and everything's going okay, hunky-dory, and all that jazz. Anyway, as usual, welcome to the podcast, Do You Speak GEEK? I'm your host, Nix. If this is your first time, welcome. All the returning listeners, welcome back. If you want to stay abreast of what Do You Speak GEEK is doing, you can always follow the podcast at Spreaker. Spreaker is the home team for Do You Speak GEEK. Spreaker.com is where you can find us. Be sure to go there, subscribe, and like the past episodes of DYSG. You can also go see us or view us at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, and iHeartRadio. I think I did say view us. I meant listen to us. But, you know, I make mistakes like anyone else. I'm just excited to be back with y'all, man. Social medias, if you want to follow us, see what we doing. Facebook at DYSG Media, Twitter at _ Do You Speak GEEK, and Instagram at Do You Speak GEEK. The YouTube channel Do You Speak GEEK is where you can find the Daddy and Dono Show. You can go there. Please be sure to like, subscribe, Hulk smash that bell for all notifications, and please leave your comments. We would love to know what you guys think. Let's get into this great show this week. Episode 18, Let's Speak GEEK. So we're going to jump right into source wall material. We have DC Comics pull list. We've got Deceased number 4. The Daily Planet has become a beacon of hope for the living as the anti-life equation sweeps the planet. What's left of the Justice League have begun to gather there, bringing survivors, family alike. But the city is being overrun with the infected humans and superhumans. The war for Metropolis begins now. This book, Tom Taylor, I don't know what's going on with you, bro, but this book is amazing. I hope it never ends. I know it has to end at some point, but this book has been amazing. Batman number 76, the City of Bane story continues. Bane has taken over Gotham City, and Batman is nowhere to be found. At least not a Batman that anyone recognizes. Flashpoint Batman is now patrolling the city, dispensing a violent brand of justice and taking out rogue villains who've never yet signed on with Bane. It's all building to a rebellion among the bad guys who don't want to play along and distrust in those who do. Meanwhile, a surprising ally has come to Bruce Wayne's aid, nursing him back to health so he can get back to his city. We've also got Sinestro, Year of the Villain number 1. Now, as the universe tilts toward doom, greater forces awake in effort to stop Lex Luthor's mad plans. Dispatching Sinestro, Luthor sends the former Green Lantern to bring those old gods under control or destroy them before they reach Earth. Now, wielding the power of the ultraviolet spectrum, Sinestro finds his new foes even more dangerous and perplexing than he expected when he realizes any damage he inflicts is immediately repaired. So that's going to be an interesting book right there. I'm a big fan of Sinestro, especially that Sinestro run back in the New 52 when he was the Green Lantern. I enjoyed that book. Maybe some of you didn't, but hey, it was my thing. I'm not sure if anyone else speaks the same geek as me. Marvel's pull list, Absolute Carnage number 1. Man, Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman, whoo-wee, man, this one has been great. So it turns out that this book here, they're pulling out all stops here. The sinister symbiote, or current as we go, has come calling, and everyone who's ever worn a symbiote is dead in his sights. He's skirted the periphery of the Marvel Universe for months, but Cletus Cassidy at last stands poised to make his grand return to New York in a blistering triple-side story, and he wants to paint the town red. We all know what that means when it comes to Cletus Cassidy. House of X number 2, we learn the truth about one of the X-Men's closest allies, and then begin the fight for a future of a mutant kind. Interesting twist on this character, please check that out. And we also have Major X number 0, representing the classic Wolverine of 88 between issues 154 and 155, with an all-new Major X frame story written and drawn by Rob Liefeld. Deadpool accepts a hit from a mysterious group of overzealous techies called the Watchtower. Now, Watchtower I thought was a DC thing, but as you see, names don't mean much in comics. His intended target? Wolverine. There's a bounty on Logan's head, and Deadpool plans to collect. But will the Watchtower prove too morally questionable for even the Merc? The beginnings of the Major X series can be found in these classic stories. Now, in other releases, we have Berserker Unbound. From the creator of Black Hammer, a merciless sword and sorcery warrior finds himself blasted through a wormhole to a modern-day metropolis where he must protect those around him from an evil wizard determined to send him to hell. From the Eisner Award-winning team of Jeff Lemire, Mike Deodato Jr., and Frank Martin comes this urban warrior fantasy series. Be sure to check that one out. That came out this past Wednesday if you have not checked it out so far. In comics news, DC Comics has asked retailers, comic book stores, to destroy copies of Superman and Supergirl. Now, retailers recently got a message from DC Comics regarding the upcoming issues of Superman and Supergirl, Superman number 14 and Supergirl 33. DC let retailers know that they're replacing those books because of some cover changes. Now, with the new covers, the reason seems to be the content of the covers relating to the story that's inside. Fans are used to the covers of the front having at least the smallest tether of connection to the story inside, but due to these being scheduled out a bit ahead of time, things don't line up correctly, and now the covers need updating, and those original covers will need to be destroyed. Now, DC is making both issues returnable, but retailers are told to destroy the issues with the original covers when they come in. That is, of course, going to make those original copies extremely rare, as we're pretty sure fans will find a way to get them into their hands. I definitely know I'm going to hit up my local comic book shop, local heroes out there in Norfolk on Colonial. I'll be hollering at Greg to see if I can get my hands on the original Superman 14 and Supergirl 33. Maybe I'll go hit up Zeno's. I don't know. I might even go out to the OV and hit up Atlantis Comics, see if I can get in where I fit in. What do you say? Can DYSG get exclusive copies? Let's see what happens. But for now, let's watch this. Venom 2 officially taps Andy Serkis as its director. Now, the reports were dropping that Serkis has officially closed the deal to direct Venom 2, taking over Venom from director Ruben Fleischer. The Hollywood Reporter confirmed Sony's choice as Serkis as the director, but really fans were all but ready to celebrate late last week when Venom star Tom Hardy dropped a not so cryptic tease that Serkis was indeed going to be directing the Venom sequel. There definitely needs to have a Carnage in this as the main antag. I hope they keep the R rating going forward, and I hope it's definitely woven into the MCU as far as stories goes. I would also love to see cameos from other Marvel characters from the Spidey universe as well. Maybe we can see more reveals of characters of the Sinister Six. Maybe even see a cameo from a Felicia Hardy. Maybe a Silver Sable. Who knows? But it'd be dope to see these things happen. Now, there's also a new trailer that came out for Titans Season 2. Now, if you all have been following Titans, it's a show on the DC Universe online, not DC Universe Online, the DC Universe streaming service that's online and on most applications, whether you have Android, Apple TV, Fire Stick, and it's also available on Xbox One. It's not yet on PlayStation, but I'm assuming when the PS5s come out, it'll be available there. Season 2 trailer, this season reel was revealed at San Diego Comic-Con during the DC Universe panel, along with the Season 2 premiere date. Now, this offers a quick recap of Season 1, followed by glimpses of the new heroes and villains joining the fray. In this trailer, which was amazing, by the way, we saw Aqualad, we saw a fully costumed Donna Troy, the aged Bruce Wayne, we saw Jericho, we saw Ravager, Deathstroke, Superboy, Crypto, and some mysterious villain that was battling Jason Todd. I don't know who he was, but Raven had her classic chakra gem. However, still no Nightwing. Aww. I know. I mean, I think DC knows how bad we want to see Brandon Thorney's lace up, the boots and put on the Nightwing costume. In the trailer, it seems he's back in that Robin costume again. So my thing is, what was the point of him burning it in the last episode of Titans in Season 1? I don't understand that. But in any event, we'll see what happens. As we all know, the series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be in its final season upcoming. So Marvel is looking to put something else in that slot. Well, as we have it, the new Marvel superhero series reportedly development at ABC seems to be all women. So they're in active talks of developing a female superhero series on ABC. It looks like Carrie Berkery told Deadline she has spoken to Marvel and we are in active talks about one project in particular. ABC aims to have at least one Marvel property on its network at any given time, and this series would fit in with its strategy of bringing a female lead group of superheroes to the screen, apparently focusing on a central character that would be something brand new mostly, including the likes of She-Hulk, Danielle Moonstar of New Mutants, and she's of X-Force fame. We may also see America Chavez. Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing an A-Force. A-Force was an all-female team. It comprised of, I believe, She-Hulk, Carol Danvers was in there. I think we also had, who else is in A-Force? It's been a while since I read that book, but I would love to see an A-Force show on ABC. I think it could be done. I think it'd be amazing. Let's get that ball rolling. The Little Mermaid live TV musical special set for ABC has been announced. The Wonderful World of Disney Presents The Little Mermaid Live has been announced and will air on ABC Tuesday, November 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will star Moana's Alua Cravalho as Ariel. Now, the live TV musical will help celebrate the 30th anniversary of Disney's Little Mermaid, and this new production will be reimagined for a live studio audience. Additionally, the live performance will be interwoven into the broadcast as the original feature film. Now, Cravalho will also be joined by Queen Latifah, who will be portraying Ursula, and rapper-singer Shaggy will also be playing Sebastian, while further cast details will be revealed at a later date. This live show is being produced by Don Dusted and will be directed by Hamish Hamilton. My question is, do we really need this in conjunction of the movie slated to come out later next year? I mean, I mean, by the time this gets done and we get the movie, I'm gonna be a little, I don't know, a little mermaid out. I think that's a word. We're gonna go with it. Also, we have a trailer for Wonder Woman Bloodlines. It's a new animated movie from DC coming out soon. What it appears to look like to some fans is another origin movie, which I don't think is the case here. I think during the trailer, when we see her origin, it's just bits and pieces, like flashbacks. I think what this is going to be is a big old service to Wonder Woman fans, showing how she can deal with all of her rogues. As we all know, Wonder Woman doesn't have a huge rogue gallery because, as we've seen in other issues of comics, when she handles a villain, she handles a villain. So we get to see her battle Cheetah, Gigantica. I think Serkis is also in there. So we're going to get to see her handle some of her rogues. Let's jump into Thumb Life. Now, announced this week, WWE 2K20 revealed their cover. And it appears that we have the man and man's best friend. You see what I did there? Man and man's best friend. You saw that? Because Becky Lynch is the man and Roman Reigns is the big dog and man's best friend. Oh, okay, so you laughed at it a second ago, so now you're gonna boo me. Okay, all right. I see how y'all do me, but that's cool. Anyways, WWE 2K20 is also announcing a SmackDown Collector's Edition. It will come with the game, the All Accelerator, Kickstart, and the WWE 2K original packaging, including bonus digital content and limited edition cards included in the deluxe edition. The physical contents will be a SmackDown ring skirt replica between 2002 and 2008, and a limited edition WWE SmackDown Legend autograph plaque from Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, or Edge. So it depends on what you get when you purchase it. Now, also in gaming news, it's been a rumor for a while that we're going to get Bully 2. According to the YouTube channel Sweg GTA, or SWE GTA, according to that new report, the long-time rumor to Bully 2 is indeed real and is releasing sometime late 2020 via PlayStation 5, Xbox Scarlet, and maybe even Google Stadia. More specifically, the long-awaited sequel will hit sometime next year around October, November, and which Rockstar released Red Dead Redemption 2 as well last year. As you may know, holiday 2020 is also when the next-gen PlayStation, Xbox consoles are poised to hit. So if this is true, then Bully 2 will arrive right around their launch. As I stated before, this report comes from the way prominent Bully-centric YouTuber SWEGTA via a Rockstar Game Insider. As you'd expect, the insider is not named due to the possible ramifications. Of course, this should all be taken with a little grain of salt, like any unofficial information. But as we hope and pray Bully was an amazing game for PlayStation 2, I hope we finally do get a sequel. With the way that GTA and Red Dead has evolved, a Bully 2 game would be just amazing, and I would love to play that. So, Rockstar, if you're listening, and you might not be listening, but if you're listening, please give us Bully 2. Let us speak technically for a while. Now, technically speaking, last episode we spoke of the Samsung Unpacked event, and they unpacked a lot. So let's go ahead and jump right into what they did. In the Unpacked event, we had the reveal of the Galaxy Note 10. Now, first of all, there's not just one Note 10, there's two. There's a 6.3-inch Galaxy Note starting at $949, and the Note 10 Plus, which is 6.8 inches, and that one is at about $1,100. The phones turn color with a notch of a brilliant prismatic backing, and of its two color options that shine back the backup shine like a rainbow. And you might want to brace yourself. Samsung, like Apple, has killed the aux jack and will now have a dongle.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Anyways, the Note and Note 10 don't have the changes don't stop there. There's also going to be a removal of the SD card slot. However, there are 4 rear cameras on the larger Note 10 Plus. The 4 cameras are a 12 megapixel dual aperture lens, a 16 megapixel wide angle lens, a 12 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 10 megapixel front facing camera. Bixby has also been removed. Well, not Bixby itself as the OS, but the button on the side has been removed. The S Pen gains gesture controls that let you swipe through screens from afar. So basically you can be at a pretty good distance and still swipe with your S Pen. There's a larger battery and more RAM in the Note 10 Plus versus the Note 10, and wireless charging gets a tad faster for both phones. I don't know, it sounds like a bit of a downgrade from the 9 to the 10 Plus or the 10. If any of you out there have Notes and looking to upgrade to the 10, I'd check the specs and do your due diligence because you may be downgrading getting this newer version. That's just how it sounds to me. Now, they did also reveal the Galaxy Book S. Now, this is their rival to the iPad Pro. 13.3-inch touchscreen that runs on Qualcomm Snapdragon 8CX compute platform. At Computer Tech 2019, Qualcomm's demonstration of the 8CX compute platform showed it could more than keep up with an Intel Core i5. Now, this new chipset gives the Galaxy Book S 40% greater CPU performance and 80% greater graphic performance than the Galaxy Book 2. As part of a partnership with Microsoft, the Galaxy Book S will also have access to OneDrive cloud storage and Microsoft's Your Phone app that allows for a streamless connection between the Galaxy Note 10 and this laptop so you can access and move files, photos, and video between the two, as well as answer calls, send texts, and receive notifications. Sounds like a pretty boss phone. Well, not a phone, a pretty boss laptop there. Samsung will offer a 256 gigabyte or a 512 gigabyte of storage in the Galaxy Book S with a micro SD card slot to add up to 1 terabyte. It looks like we see where the card slot went from the Note. It went to the S Book. But that's just how I feel, man. You see what's going on here. Both come with 8 gigabytes of memory to back up the laptop's 7-inch 64-bit octa-core processor. The S Book will be available in gold or gray, hitting stores in September starting at $9.99. Now, we also have the reveal of the Galaxy Watch Active 2. That's also coming in September at about $279, $80 more than the previous model. It has a new ECG sensor, which is an electrocardiogram into the Watch 2, which will allow timed one-lead readings of heart rate and heart rhythm to spot for possible arrhythmia. I butchered that word again. It wouldn't be DYSG if I didn't butcher a word, right? Much like the Apple Watch Series 4. Now, note that doctors in the US usually call these EKGs rather than ECGs, but it's pretty much the same thing. Now, in these watches, this technology hasn't been medically cleared yet, but it has improved heart rate and accelerometer. And there's an LTE option for the watch, which is price pending. It has haptic touch bezel, which is new touch-sensitive edge controls, so that'll be awesome. It also comes equipped with Google Translate and single sign-in for all applications. So it sounded the best thing to come out of the Samsung Unpacked event was the Book S. Like I said, Note 10, if you've never had a Note before, you may enjoy it. But if you've had Notes in the past, this may be a bit of a downgrade. So we'll see what happens there. Let's jump into some other news. Now, this was a big pick or a big topic online here recently. Disney Plus has offered a bundle package. Announced not too long ago, Disney's Q3 earnings call by Disney chief Bob Iger himself noted that the Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and the ad-supported version of Hulu will be available to be bundled at the price of $12.99 per month when the Disney Plus service launches in November. Now, let's keep in mind here, folks. On its own, Disney Plus will cost $6.99 per month or $70 annually. Hulu currently has an ad-supported version at $5.99 per month or $11.99 for the premium ad-free version. ESPN, on the other hand, is available for $4.99 per month or $50 annually. The bundle will save subscribers of all three services nearly $5 a month on their streaming budget. It has yet to be seen if consumers will be able to upgrade to the ad-free versions for the discounted rate. But I look at it this way, because with Netflix alone being $12.99, and you get $12.99 for three services, I can deal with the ads. It's not a problem to me. This is a no-brainer. Honestly, when this drops, I may be getting this package, and I'm probably gonna drop my Netflix. I mean, with the way Netflix notices how we as fans love shows, and they go, "Oh, you love this show? We're gonna cancel it." I mean, that's just how I see things happening with this service, man. I don't know, man. Disney Plus is looking pretty good right now. I need Netflix to get on the ball. I love Netflix. I love Stranger Things. I love the new show, Wu Assassins. If you haven't watched it, check that out. But, man, Netflix, get together, because Disney Plus is coming for that neck. Also, we have a new Star Wars book to explore the history of the Jedi as told by Luke Skywalker. Now, as you all remember, following the release of The Return of the Jedi back in '83, or maybe you don't remember and you're too young, but back then, fans were given a number of novels and comic books that further explored the adventures of Luke Skywalker, only for those adventures to be deemed non-canon when Disney purchased Lucasfilms back in 2012. With both Star Wars The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, fans hope to see the future exploits of the Jedi, only for him to be just one supporting character in an exciting ensemble. I don't think Luke deserves that. Luckily for Star Wars fans like me, StarWars.com confirmed that the new book for Star Wars is called The Secrets of the Jedi, and it will explore the history of the organization as told by Luke Skywalker. The book was actually written by Mark Sumerak, with the site describing coming November 19th from Insight Editions. The tomb is filled with lush paintings and special interactive features, including a pop-up holocron, a translator card, and a Jedi equipment booklet, and more. So it's going to be a nice little bundle there when you buy this book for the new Star Wars book here. Hopefully we get some more secrets of what's going on with the Jedi. It may reveal some stuff that's going on with this Rise of Skywalker thing in this final third movie that we're getting in this new trilogy. Speaking of Skywalker, Mark Hamill has hilariously responded to a warrant issued for a real-life Luke Skywalker. So, I didn't know about this guy until now. But it appears that There's a 22-year-old man in Tennessee, and he is wanted by the police again. Yes, you read that correctly. Again, you hear that correctly. His first name is Luke. His middle name is Sky. And yes, people, his last name is Walker. And he was arrested for property theft charges. Now, according to WKYC, the Carter County Sheriff's Office issued an arrest warrant for Skywalker for property theft of over $1,000. Of course, news like this can't circulate the internet without catching the eye of Mark Hamill. The actor best known for playing Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars films took to Twitter to joke about the news, quoting, "The sequel that nobody asked for and no one wants to see. Hashtag Larcenous Luke. Hashtag the Sheriff Strikes Back." That is funny. I don't care who you are. That is hilarious. Also, in other news, the National Wrestling Alliance is officially launching a television show. Now, in the wake of WWE's failing ratings and failing main product, the rise of AEW and their product coming soon, the NWA officially split from its partnership with Ring of Honor back in July, with reports of starting the promotion with moving towards creating its own television product. NWA owner Billy Corgan, yes, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins, I did not know that, appeared on a YouTube video and Wednesday afternoon to officially announce the NWA's television show would be a reality, and that the first set of tapings will take place on September 30th and October 1st in Atlanta, Georgia. Folks, I'm excited about this. I grew up watching NWA, and then it turned into WCW, but this is going to be amazing. This is going to be a great thing for wrestling. We got some competition on TV, some real competition. I'm going to be watching NWA. I'm definitely going to be watching AEW, and let's see what WWE has to do. As usual, folks, that wraps us up about this time. Oh, thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you, man. It's been a great show. I hope you all have learned some new stuff in this geek realm of ours. Please, please, please go check out the Facebook page. Check out the Instagram page. Check us out on Twitter. Follow the YouTube. Follow the podcast, among all things. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?